Hi guys, welcome to our next episode of Game On 2022 edition. We're getting rolling on the new year, and so you've got something on your mind, sir.
Yeah. I went to the game store not too long ago, as we like to do.
As one does.
And I was flipping through a certain book from a certain publisher.
Who shall not be named.
Everyone probably knows who I'm talking about. Them. And I was like, oh, I wonder if this book is going to do, what is this book going to bring to the table? And then I'm like, okay, it's asking for full cover price. How much of this is a reprint from all the other crap that I've already bought from them? And then I came home and I was like, I wonder how much of this stuff is reprints. And then I realized that a good chunk of my books have reprinted content in it for the exact same price that is the main... It pisses me off that I'm paying all this extra money for all the stuff I already have. And I'm sorry that I'm angry, but I'm not sorry, because it really makes me angry.
I'm sorry that you're angry. I don't want you to be angry. Angry is not natural to you.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
I do find it interesting how we flip the script here, though. Like, usually I'm the cranky old man, and you're the positive attitude person, but... okay.
It's annoying!
You're incensed that ostensibly new published books have previously released material in them that has been hopefully finessed and spruced up, but is essentially the same stuff that came out before. That's what's getting at you?
Some of it's not even finessed. Some of it's just literally copy pasted.
I was trying to spin it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I see
what you're saying.
But that's in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
New book, new cover, same pages.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you were to buy that book, you'd be paying again for material that in some form you have at least some of already paid for in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I hear where you're coming from. And philosophically I don't disagree, but here's something that I'll say. And I hate that this comes up in almost every video, although sometimes I make a joke out of it, so maybe I don't hate it that much. But I've been around a little longer than you in the gaming world, and once upon a time, what you're talking about used to get to me too. And then at some point I realized that when you're in a hobby long enough, you have lived through the life cycle of almost all content, and it comes back around.
Mm-hmm.
The cyclical nature of this stuff is like that. And I would argue, I'm going to argue for the sake of this video, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because there's some people who are newer to the hobby who weren't around when this material came out the first time or the last time that it came around, because it may have been retreaded a few times, right?
Mm-hmm.
So has the gaming company violated your trust somehow by reissuing material? That's what you're feeling like they're trying to dupe you, I assume.
I guess. It's just, to me, it's like, how can some of these companies that make a lot of money not come up with something new to give us?
Wait, there's a gaming company that makes a lot of money?
Yes.
One or two, maybe, but yeah. But actually, that speaks to it a little bit. Because there's a lot of gaming companies, that have come and gone that didn't make a lot of money, and that's why they're gone.
Yeah.
Right? So, a company that's figured out a way to make ongoing revenue streams so that they can keep being gaming companies, to keep producing content, I mean, it's sort of
Just come up with something new, damn it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't disagree. That's,
I know.
Best case scenario. Yeah, like original content.
Mhm.
You know, don't go back to the same well.
Yeah.
Right? Sure. Yes. In a perfect world, it would be that. And there are plenty of companies that do come up with original material.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes they gotta pay the bills, man. Sometimes they gotta come out with a new edition of an old edition. I don't know.
My dangerous thinking, and this is where it's really dangerous to think like this, because it sounds good to me, but it also sounds really bad. Is what if you just put out new stuff, but you sell it for cheaper? But and that sounds great. But that's what video games have started doing, where they started microtransactioning every little DLC that you need to where you end up paying more for it.
Yeah.
And I don't want my favorite game companies and I don't want my game companies to just start nickel and diming me for everything. But at the same time, it's just, how many times are you going to print the blank Goliath? How many times are you going to put the 5th edition Goliath or the 5th edition Ranger, before it, I'm just so tired of it. But I understand where you're coming from, and I know that you felt this way, and maybe one day I will stop feeling this way. I am happy that people can buy a book that has some of the older stuff in it reprinted so they don't have to spend too much money. It brings more people into the hobby.
Yeah.
And it brings the longevity of things. But I guess what I want to know is how many people want to buy, how many new people are out there to buy the stuff? Now at this point, is it jaded gamers like me who are just, who've decided to give up buying from a certain company because they don't want it anymore?
Well, I mean, look, the market dynamics are ever evolving, and the cyclical nature of it is such that you are moving through the phases of being the lifer gamer.
Yeah.
And this is where you're at with a particular company at this point, and I get it. I've been there. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also, I don't know. I want companies to be successful enough to keep being in the hobby, keep bringing new people into the hobby, keep putting out content that, I remember when gaming books cost $10, $12, $15, $18, back when they were black and white, soft cover kind of stuff. I remember those days, and I remember them fondly. That's the nature of publishing. Print publishing is such that the economics of that just don't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like in order for them to pay for the printing, pay for the trucks that carry the books to the location, your retail location that you buy from, the economies of scale, all these really boring stuff that none of us wants to talk about in the context of gaming, are such that they got to make bigger, fancier books that cost a lot more money in order to make it hard copy. If it's going to be cheap content, it's going to be DLC.
Yeah.
It's going to be PDFs that you buy online. That's what cheap gaming books are now.
Mm-hmm. Is
stuff that you download.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a physical cheap gaming book. It's just for the most part. I don't want to generalize too much.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
There's companies out there that do that, but for the most part, that's why. And yeah, they're going to retread, as long as they think they can sell that book to new people, they're going to try.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's on you. You don't have to buy anything you don't want to. The problem is that we still have the impulse to buy something new when it comes out, even if we already own it.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I need version 3.5 of the thing I have 3.4 of. Right? So that's not on the gaming company.
No.
That's on us to resist the impulse to have the complete library. Like, we don't need that. That's just not where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't need to buy everything that comes out.
Yeah.
So you just gotta get there mentally to like say no.
Yeah. The only problem is that sometimes they add new stuff that you really want, but you just don't want to pay for that stuff that was reprinted. Like, Traveler, they have Mongoose just put out like a 2.5. They put an updated rule set.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's some new stuff in it that I really want, but a lot of the rules are just the same as what I have in my rule books.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sorry, Mongoose, I just can't justify the cover price that's the same as this, like $60 or something. Make it $30 and I'll buy it, maybe.
Yeah. Because I'll waste money. I'm just not gonna waste that much.
Yeah,
money. Yeah. But I mean, it's not unique to gaming companies, right?
Mm.
Think about the phenomenon. Back when we used to buy movies instead of just stream them, like when once upon a time. Yeah. So your DVD or your Blu-ray or whatever, they had the phenomenon of the director's cut. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so it's the same movie, but they added in 3.5 minutes of previously unseen material. And then they sell you that disc all over again for cover price, and so you end up having a couple of versions of my favorite movie.
I was going to say, how many versions of Blade Runner do you have?
I believe I have 6 versions of that film.
Okay.
I believe there have been 6 versions of that film released since its 1982 theatrical release. There was actually a European theatrical release and a domestic theatrical release, which is one of the reasons there's 2. And then, yes, there was the director's cut, there was the final cut, there was the
remastered
ultimate.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, like I can't even keep track of the names because, like, once you put out final cut, shouldn't that be the last one?
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, what you're describing is not unique to gaming books. It's just a facet of publishing that is annoying at times, but nobody's forcing you to buy any of this stuff. It's like, how bad do you want it? How much do you want that extra content?
Yeah.
Like, how many new pages have to be in a rule book before you buy a new version of the rule book?
Yeah. I don't know, but it's maybe something I can always bum it off a friend if I need to.
You can, and nowadays you have the option to buy the in some cases the PDF, right, electronic copy of the new version, which may be somewhat less than the hard copy. So there are ways to get that content without getting gouged. And without having to have 12 versions of the same rules on your shelf. I don't think it's a bad thing. But I'm curious what you guys think. Where are you in your gaming evolution as far as, do you have to buy everything that comes out, or?
I know Cujo, who's watching this, will say yes. So, but yeah, no. Are you where I am? Or are you just an angry? I don't know if I'm angry.
I'm post angry. I went through my angry phase, and now I'm at my resigned, it's fine, do what you gotta do phase.
Get off my lawn. That's where I am right now. Well, if you like this kind of content, subscribe.
If you want to see more of Justin angry, like and subscribe.
I don't know what else to say. Thank you all for watching.
Yes, go out and buy only those books that you want to buy. Don't feel obligated to buy others, but if you have an opinion, let us know what it is in the comments below, please.
Yeah, thank you all for watching.
Thanks, and until next time, guys.
Game on.
Game on.